Hello, Baron Corbin. How are you?
I'm quite good. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you. Very well. We're having lunch here in Brooklyn. SummerSlam. We've got NXT TakeOver tonight. Then we've got SummerSlam tomorrow night. Raw on Monday. 3 consecutive nights in the Barclays Center. That's pretty.
Sold out.
All 3 sold out. Is that official?
That is official. SmackDown is sold out as well.
That's pretty incredible, right?
Yeah. The product speaks for itself. You got 3 shows completely sold out, and we're gonna make people, not regret their decision to come. I mean, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love every second of all 3 shows.
And are you loving every second of your life right now? Because you've just moved up to the main roster. It must be an exciting time for you at the moment.
Yeah, it's taking a little time to adjust to being on the road and away from home, and that's the biggest adjustment. Now instead of being based out of Orlando at NXT, now I've moved out of Orlando, thankfully. So I'm in Tampa now, which is way better in my opinion. But now I'm catching a plane every Saturday and I'm coming home every Wednesday. So that's been the biggest adjustment is that road life, finding food, finding gyms, finding hotels, all that stuff. It has been an adjustment, but it's exciting. It's fun. I love being in different cities, different countries, everything. I mean, it's just nonstop fun for me. It's not Groundhog's Day ever. And that's awesome.
And the travel and stuff, you mentioned like different hotels, different cars and stuff. Do you have to organize all that? Is that left down to you?
We have to organize our hotels and rental cars, which is part of it, and that's kind of fun to me because you can pick different cities to be in. If the show's in one place but you really want to see a different town, you can stay there, get a lift, maybe go see a friend. I get to see a lot of friends that way, and then head to the show. So it's a lot of fun to be able to do it yourself.
And life on the road. I think you got a dog at home, haven't you? What's your dog called?
Xander. He's
Xander.
He's a 140-pound Great Dane.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Tall.
So you miss your dog?
I do. Every day. I come home and he does a little lip snarl and jumps on me. I love it. And then I try to hug him, but he just growls at me. And then as soon as I let go, he's like, wait, don't stop. But then he'll growl at me again. He's a diva.
That's awesome. So a Great Dane, so almost the size of you.
Yes. Yeah, and I want another one.
Really?
Yeah.
Would your girlfriend put up with that?
She's all for it. She wants 5 dogs, so okay. I'm in.
Boom. Any plans for kids?
I think dogs right now are my plan. We'll worry about that other stuff later.
Fair enough. Now, I want to talk to you about food and your diet and your training. We've got this little, I don't know, what would you call that? A little beignet thing?
Yeah, it's got powdered sugar. I think it's been fried.
Okay. So I just offered it to you. You said no, but you said on Wednesday you could eat that.
Yes.
So talk to me about the diet and the training and what goes into keeping this magnificent physique.
Well, I wouldn't go with magnificent, but we'll go with attempting to be magnificent.
Average?
A little above average. Come on now.
Okay, all right. That was offensive.
No, I played football in America before coming to WWE, and I was an offensive lineman. I was 330 pounds, 335 pounds. I was a big dude, and I was not I was really, really strong, but I was not a muscular 330 pounds. I was a big fat dude. That was my job to be. I got paid to be a big fat dude that knocked people over. That wouldn't be as fun to look at as you would think. So, coming to WWE, I've had to change my whole body and, adjusting the diet where I was eating pizza or cheese sticks and milkshakes and cookies and steak every day to maintain that weight. Now I'm eating chicken and, plain white rice, and it's a very boring diet. It's no fun. Luckily, I have a meal company that delivers me some meals that help out with that, so I can eat some meals on the road and whatnot, but I don't get to enjoy the delicious powdered sugar things anymore. But about one day a week, I give myself a cheat meal, and I try not to lose complete control. Okay. Sometimes I've had to throw a pizza off my balcony before because I wouldn't stop eating it. So
why didn't you give it to the dog?
Well, it's not good for him. He's a sensitive dog, and he eats prescription food. So pizza wouldn't be good for him. But, I ate the problem was I went to get the pizza. I ordered a large. It wasn't ready when I got there, so they gave me a medium to go with it. So I got home, and I ate the large, and I was like, okay, I have to stop. And I went back, and I was like, okay, I'll have one piece of the medium. And then after 2 more pieces of the medium, I was like, I can't do it. And I just grabbed the pizza box and threw it off the balcony so that I would stop eating it. So, sometimes I miss the days of being a fat kid, but I got to do what I can to be the best possible thing I can for what I'm doing now.
I guess it's part of the job, isn't it? It's part of your daily life now.
It 100% is. If you want to be the best, you have to tailor your whole life around that. From your training schedule to your sleep to your weightlifting to your diet to just the general maintenance of your body, stretching and taking care of it. Otherwise, it's going to fall apart. This is physical and extremely demanding on your body. So you want to keep it at its peak the best you can for as long as you can, because once it gives out on you, it's hard to keep doing what we do.
Now, I don't want to keep talking about pizza because I know you can't have one until Wednesday, but what is your favorite topping?
Ooh, I love pepperoni. It's just the classic.
Can't go wrong, can you?
No, you can't. And then the more meat you pile on there, sausage if you want to throw on there, some hamburger, whatever, the more meat you can throw on there. I mean,
hamburger on a pizza.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn it down.
That's fair enough. Talk to me about your goals in WWE. I know we've spoken a few times before. You've said you want to be the WWE World Champion or Universal Champion. But in terms of like dream matches, things different stages you want to achieve in the business, what are your main goals?
Yeah, you have a ladder that you want to climb in a sense with your goals. I think I skipped a few spots when I got the opportunity at WrestleMania and won, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. There's 3 names on that list right now, and mine's one of them on that plaque. And so that is a really cool thing. But I want to go through each step. I want to win, the Intercontinental Championship. Miz is holding on to that, and I would like an opportunity for that. And then, to keep climbing and get in the ring with guys like Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton, AJ Styles, John Cena. I mean, those are icons of our business, and I want to get in the ring and I want to go toe to toe with those guys. And then I eventually want to get an opportunity to be, world heavyweight champion. And Ambrose is holding the championship right now, and Dolph's got a big match with him Sunday at SummerSlam, and I've had a great time beating Dolph Ziggler up. So I wouldn't mind doing it one more time for the championship. So, we'll see what he can do Sunday against Dean Ambrose. And, I just want to accomplish everything here. I want to win Royal Rumble. I want to win Money in the Bank. I mean, those are all things that you can just put on a list of accomplishments, and I want every single one of them. So that's why I do tailor my life to what I do. And, I want every piece of success I can get in this world.
You want to be a future WWE Hall of Famer, basically.
Without a doubt. I mean, that would be cool. That's a ring you get to wear for the rest of your life and then pass down to kids and further generations. And, people will remember your name forever, and you get to be a part of things forever. When I'm, if I make it to be 80 years old, hopefully, I get to come back to things and be a part of things like WrestleMania and SummerSlam when you're a Hall of Famer. So that's an amazing accomplishment, and the list of names in the Hall of Fame already is unbelievable. So to be a part of that and share that list would be amazing.
And you brought an interesting point up about Dolph Ziggler just now. You got the best of him in your program with him, but now he's in the sort of main event spot. Is that frustrating for you, or if they had have given you that opportunity to face Dean at SummerSlam, for example, do you think the fans would have accepted you as the challenger at this early stage of your career?
Well, I mean, a little bit about me, and I don't really care what the fans think. So whether they want to accept it or not, I'll be happy to rub it in their face anytime. That's just my attitude. But no, I mean, good for Dolph. He has been around a long time, and that's the great thing about a business where we fight each other. Any night, it can be anybody's chance. One punch, one finish can put anybody down. Randy's preaching that all it takes is one RKO and he can put down Brock Lesnar, and that's true. So any night, anybody can be the best man, and I've gotten the best of Dolph quite a few times, and on that night, he was the best one in the six-pack challenge that, he won that opportunity. So good for him, and it's good for me too, because, if he wins, then I get to punch him in the face again, and I'll never get tired of that. So, it's a good thing.
And being in the ring with someone like Dolph, as you say, he's been around for a long time now, even though he's relatively young, but he's been in the business a long time, like 10 years, I think, now. Did you learn a lot from him during your program with Dolph?
You most definitely do. Every time I go out there, I try to learn something. I don't know if it's from the superstar that I'm facing, or from the audience, or from the atmosphere, but I want to take something away from every single match. And, being out there with him, he's crafty. He's been there, like we said, a long time, and I definitely learned a lot of things from him, and I think it made me better, and it made me ready for bigger roles and more opportunities. So, when I get an opportunity to show the world what I learned, it's going to be great.
Now, as a fan of the business growing up, it's obviously SummerSlam weekend, so I want to talk to you about your sort of favourite SummerSlam memories. Is there a SummerSlam match that you're particularly connected to?
I can't think of one off the top of my head. I was just talking about them last night, too, all the matches we enjoyed. I can't think of one right now off the top of my head. He put me on the spot.
Okay, well, what performer did you love the most when you used to watch? Like you used to watch with your dad, right? Is that true?
Yeah, I watched a lot of the bigger guys. Boss Man was one of my favorites. My dad's favorite was Kamala. And so seeing guys like Razor and Sergeant Slaughter, those Bam Bam Bigelow, those were my guys watching up, and I think they paved the way for big guys like me, and those were all big guys that could move, and that's what I want to be. Bam Bam was unbelievable for his size, so and Boss Man as well. The way Boss Man would slide in and out of the ring and move, and he was 360 pounds, 370 pounds, and that's what I want to be. I want to be a big guy that is known, for being physical and who can move.
And so your dad was a fan of the business with you when you were a kid. I understand your dad's passed away,
Yes.
Is that right? I'm sorry to hear that. But presumably he'd be very proud to see what you're doing now.
Yeah, we grew up in Kansas City. That's Harley Race territory. We had unbelievable superstars from, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Ted DiBiase, Kamala. All those guys would come through for Harley shows, and my dad would go to Memorial Hall to watch these shows before I was born. We have flyers from my dad from, 81, 82, from before I was born for these shows, and you look at the lineups, and it's unbelievable to see who was on them and who. We had one where Ric Flair was on from like 1983, where he was an undercard guy, and to know where he, finished his career is unbelievable. So there's a lot of history in Kansas City for wrestling. So my dad, he would love every second of it, because we had, living room wrestling wars where we were shaking the house and my mom's screaming at us to knock it off because things are falling off shelves. So he would love to be a part of this. And he would probably be at every show. He was at every football game, and he was at every, boxing match and all that. So he would be at probably every pay-per-view and any show he could get to. That's for sure.
And I just want to ask you about the women of WWE right now. We've got Charlotte and Sasha at SummerSlam. We've got Asuka and Bayley at NXT tonight. The women are killing it right now. Are you enjoying experiencing this?
They really are. They've stepped the whole division up. If you look at women's wrestling, it has changed as a whole, and it was everybody on the roster was a part of that. They said that they wanted to be taken serious, and everything they've done since that moment, they have been taken serious. And I think Asuka and Bayley are going to tear the house down tonight, so I look forward to seeing that. And the NXT show's got a great card tonight, so I look forward to seeing Dawson and Dash. See what they bring out. The Revival is an unbelievable tag team. I think they're one of the best we have, and I look forward to seeing that. And but women's wrestling, it's crazy. It's changed so much. I think that you look back, and you had women like Sable and Lita, and those women had a whole nother level as well. And then it kind of just changed for a little bit, and then I think they're bringing it back to that serious. I don't know what the word for it is. Just, it's something you can't deny. It's unbelievable.
Awesome. We've got a fun weekend of wrestling action coming up. Man, it's been great to spend time with you. I know you can't eat that. Will you eat my final blueberry?
I'm okay.
Really, not even a blueberry?
No.
Okay.
They're not. They taste funny.
What's your favourite fruit?
Apples. Yeah, a good crisp green apple. Can't beat that.
An apple a day.
Will keep the doctor away. Right?
Boom.
Is that it?
That's it.
Or is that, you bring him to your teacher, I thought.
Yeah, you can do
I
that.
was never
If
good
you're
at
a
that
suck
stuff.
up at
Yeah,
school,
yeah, I didn't
which
do
I
that.
assume you weren't.
No, I was terrible at that.
Baron Corbin. Lovely
Thank
to see you,
you.
man. Thank you.